So today's masterclass is I had a bad disease known as disease to please. I healed it by pleasing me and being the example of what's possible. So let's start from the beginning. And I wonder if any of you can relate. And if you're wondering where I am and that it's a different background, you are totally correct. I'm actually away where I wrote my ninth book in planning week, but I still wanted to be here for you guys. So let's make up a story. Let's see if you guys can relate. I wasn't feeling good. Nothing was happening for me that I wanted. My body was aching. My mind was just not the thoughts that I wanted. And I just seemed not to be able to create the world that I wanted. Nothing seemed to be going right. What was going on? Was I going to blame a Mercury retrograde? It's a full moon. It's because of my parents. It's because of a past life. Because I could do all of that. But I decided to go to Dr. Blogs. Now, who's Dr. Blogs? Dr. Blogs is made up just for this story. So let's just pretend. I decided I need to go to Dr. Blogs because I need the magic pill so that I can feel better and so that my life is amazing and that I can shine like everybody else. There's got to be a magic pill. It's, there's a pill for everything in the world today, our modern world that we have. So I went to Dr. Blogs. I sat in the waiting room and I looked around. And as I looked around, no one looked like me. They looked miserable. They looked like they're in pain mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. No one was smiling. No one was talking to each other. And I thought, gosh, this disease, it must be really bad. In fact, let's just joke around. It must be a pandemic. But as I looked, I went, well, maybe they've got what I've got, or I've got what they've got. I wonder if it's really contagious. Maybe I'll just sit here closer to myself. Maybe I'll just move away from them. Maybe they've got it worse than I have. Maybe I've got it worse than I think I've got it worse than they have this bad disease. Oh my gosh. Dr. Boggs said, Jean. And so I got up, walked slowly towards the doctor. He took me to his room. He pointed to a chair. I sat down, not wanting to hear the bad news. I didn't want to hear that I was going to die of whatever disease I had. I just needed the magic pill, you know, the one that fixes everything, the one that's a quick fix, the one that will make me a millionaire, happy, lose weight, gain weight, have my hair perfect, the right clothes, the right partner, lots of money, blah, blah, blah. And what I found was Dr. Bloggs didn't say anything. He just sat there and looked at me. My nervous system was going into fear. My adrenals were starting to pump. Is this a fight flight situation? My kidneys had more and more fear, more paranoia. Oh my gosh, what's going on? He's looking at me. Does he know something by looking at me? I think I'm doomed. I looked at him. I looked at his eyes. He was actually smiling with his eyes. And he had a little smirk on his face. Good old Dr. Bloggs. Reliable Dr. Bloggs. I said, well, what is it, Dr. Bloggs? He took a breath. Take a breath, Jane. So I took a breath. Now take a real breath, not in fear. Sit back in your chair. Well, you've got a really bad disease at the moment, and it is contagious. You can give it to people, and people can give it to you. And it's probably carried down through some trauma and ancestral and probably past lives. I love Dr. Bloggs because he knew all the woo-woo stuff. What is it, Dr. Blog? Tissue? No, you don't need a tissue. It was very black and white and straightforward, Mr. Bloggs, Dr. Bloggs. What is it? I can take the bad news. Well, the disease that you've got is probably what everyone's got. The disease to please. What? What are you talking about, Dr. Boggs? Well, the disease to please. Disease, something's not with ease, and pleasing everyone. What do you mean? Well, how many times have you gone to please when you were nursing all your patients or in your pathology, those patients, or even in autopsy, or the staff, or your friends, or work colleagues, or people down the street, or family, or whoever? How many times have you had to please? Had to please? Well, felt like you had to please. I stopped. And my brain was like a computer trying to go through all the filing cabinets of this thing of trying to pull disease, please, 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 disease. And all of a sudden, it found the folder, it found the file, and in the file was just unlimited concepts of pleasing people. And my brain was scattered. My nervous system was on fire. And I noticed my gallbladder, the gallbladder is the area of people pleasing, and my feet chakra, the area of people pleasing, was burning and aching. And I went, ah, take a breath. No need to get carried on with this. Gogs was very black and white. I sat up in my chair and I said, well, Dr. Bloggs, there's got to be a pill for this. There has to be a pill because I need everything in my life to be fixed. And he said, really? A pill? You know what to do. There's no such a pill. We don't need pills. Well, what do we need, Dr. Bloggs? Well, what you need is to please you. Please me. Please me. But I don't know what that looks like. Well, give it a try. You need to take it morning, lunch, and night time. And take one just before you go to bed as well. In fact, take one as you wake up in the morning. Okay, so when I wake up in the morning, lunch, dinner, and when I go to bed. So that's 5 please me's. Yep, absolutely. Now, off you go. Don't I need an X-ray or a blood test or a ultrasound or a CAT scan or something? Because this disease is really bad. Because I notice everyone in the waiting room's got it too. Off you go. None of your business what they've got. Just remember, the disease to please is very contagious. You can spread it and you can get it. How do you spread it? By being the example of what's possible of not pleasing you. And how do you get it? Trying to fit in with everybody else and their belief systems, when a belief is just a story you tell yourself. And if people are forcing you to please them, they're not your people. You go, oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Bye. One bonus is Miss Dr. Bloggs didn't charge me. The receptionist said, no, you go. So I walked out the door, walked to my car, and went, one when I wake up, one for breakfast, one for lunch, one for dinner, one for when I go to bed. Please me. What does that look like? I ask you, what does it look like for you to please yourself? Have you ever had the disease to please? It's a very bad disease. People pleasing, held in your gallbladder and your feet chakra. Even if you don't have a gallbladder or feet, that's where it's held. Annette, there's one way to heal it. One way. As Dr. Locke said to me, I had to take the script of as I woke up, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and when I go to bed. That script. And a script is something that is written. That script is, I had to heal it by pleasing me and be the example of what's possible, not by people pleasing, but by setting boundaries, by putting myself as an example, by putting me first, putting me as a priority. And as I sat in the car and I was just looking out at the scenery, it's like, whoa, that's going to test society's rules. That's going to test family, work colleagues. Heal myself by pleasing me. Because what happens if I do that? I can tell you, when you do that, there's a ripple effect. When you please yourself, all of your cells, instead of being dull and boring and aching and whatever, they start to go and they vibrate on the most incredible level. And when you do that, you have this energy that vibrates off you like that. That means other people get infected with it as well. I so hope that YouTube and Facebook allow this conversation because it might be controversial with some words, but we'll see. The disease to please. So when you do that pleasing for you and the vibration infects other people, it's like they're injected with the same vibration. It's like, what's she doing? I want some of that. How come her life is working out really well? How come she's getting what she wants? How come there seems to be things flowing for her, money or status or title or whatever it is that you want for you? That's been an example of what's possible. So that disease to please. As I was thinking about this subject for this morning's masterclass, I was going back of an actual example. And of course, my story about Dr. Blogs, totally fictional, but a good one. I remember when I started working in pathology, and it wasn't a great environment, but I went in with like a really positive attitude of, oh my gosh, I'm out of normal nursing for a while. I just need a change. I was trying to get pregnant with my second son. And you know what? It's a new place, new wisdom, new beginnings, new baby. And so I walked in going, oh my gosh, what am I going to learn here? And I noticed everybody was miserable. In fact, there was this department fighting with this department, the sorting best fought with the scientists fought with hematology fought with the collector. Like everyone was fighting with everyone. And so, what is going on? And I decided I'm not people pleasing because I wanted to fall pregnant. It had been 5.5 years and I wanted another baby. And I set these things called boundaries, which is held in the organ of the heart. And so I didn't want to please other people by being miserable and grumpy like everyone else. I decided to be the naughty, cheeky one. And when they would say things like, oh, you've got to work overtime and not get paid, I didn't think so. My time finishes at 5 p.m. or 9 p.m. or 11 p.m. or whatever time I was working to. Not at all. Well, could you work a double shift? Not today. I've got to pick up my son from childcare. I needed to please myself. Some of the staff got upset at me. And then when they realized I was boundary setting, they went, you're always so positive and so happy. Everything always seems to work out for you. What are you doing? Well, I've got to please my needs. And I've got to please my son and husband in that I've got to do for me and set boundaries. It's a must. And as I started to be the example of what's possible and say things like, no, I'm not giving up my lunch break. No, you need to go to lunch because if you don't go to lunch, I can't go to lunch because we had split lunches. This need to please was one person, me. Now, this disease I have had for a long, long time, and it took me ages to work out. And I still practice this every single day. Please me, be the example of what's possible. In the pleasing me, it's all about boundaries. And the healing part is you can say yes or no, whatever it is. And you don't have to follow the society or the community, whatever your community is, friends, family, work, colleagues, whatever it is. You don't have to wear the same thing. You don't have to do the same thing. To please yourself is to actually be all of you. And when you be all of you, what happens is you resonate the highest, purest frequency of you. The need to please. Who? You. That pleasing you, does it make you feel good? Or you're just wearing that thing or doing that thing or saying that thing to fit in, and yet it makes you feel miserable? And in today's world, some people are unwell mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, etc., because they're pleasing everybody else but not themselves. So what do you want to do? Why don't you be outrageous and do something completely different? Say no. Say yes for your heart. So what if you can heal your own dis-ease by pleasing you? Then you're the example of what's possible. And to be the example of what's possible, it's not about how much money you earn or whether you won an award or how many real estate houses, commercial real estate or whatever you've got. It's like that. As the pure genius is living their best life in highest frequency, is smiling, laugh at yourself. You can enjoy life, enjoy every aspect, raining, heat, being grateful. Because we're in gratitude, you can't have any other emotion because that's actually love. So, have you ever had a disease to please, that really bad disease? And now you've got the magic pill. You can heal it by pleasing yourself and being the example of what's possible. So, go around the Zoom room and have some sharing. And if you unmute yourself, and if you can't unmute yourself, you can pop it in the chat and I will read it out because we've all got wisdom and I would love to hear your wisdom as well. So we'll start with more Sonny on the phone.
Good morning. Yeah, I go up and down on that one. I feel exhausted when I do try to sort of, I'm not good enough if I don't try to place. And then I sort of think, F that. So that's exhausting, like I say, and it's like, nah, don't need that. That needs to be over there. And it feels like a light, and it's like, okay, it's like I take on their burden and it feels heavy. So I sort of catch myself and say, what's going on? And it's like, nah, that's not my stuff. And yeah, then you feel guilty a bit and say, no, that was a long time ago. And these days it's no, it's none of my business. So I just have to let it go.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Sonny. Thank you. Thank you. And we'll go to Maud.
Okay. Can you hear me?
We can, Maud. Thank you.
Oh, nice. When I was married, I always pleased other people, all the kids and my husband and the friends and the family. I pleased everybody, but not me. But I feel pleased about that then. But after the divorce, and after the divorce, I have broke down and feel very bad for the divorce. But after, when I going to grow again, then I get better in my health because I had fibromyalgia, muscle sickness, and it's almost gone after the divorce because now I'm doing for myself. Thank you.
Beautiful. Maud, was that fibromyalgia? Is that what you had?
One more.
Was it fibromyalgia that you had?
Yes.
Yes, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for sharing that as well. Just so when I write about fibromyalgia in the Bite Me book, I do talk about part of it is people pleasing. So thank you, Maud. Let's go to Laverne, who's all snuggled up.
Good morning. Yes, I have been under the full moon this morning. It's still here. So for my for medical intuition card, I got risks. And risks was basically like, how do you stomach life, like how are you digesting it, all of that. And it made me go into journaling. Why my current belief, I guess, is why life can't just be easy, why we can't just, receive everything that we desire, whatever. And I went into that whole thing and I kept saying, but why, but why, but why? And today was just really an affirmation of that, because it's the whole thing of not pleasing, myself, like not putting myself first and just being like, well, I don't have to be exactly how society is and think life has to be hard and you have to work it so hard and whatever. Like, it doesn't have to be like that. It just needs to, and that's what I wrote, like, if we are one, if we are absolute, if we are love, if we are all connected, why do we make it so hard? But yeah, the pleasing yourself is really something that I need to work on. That I will be more aware of, and really just stop putting myself first, because I'm so ready to just receive and have life as easy and, attend the courses that I want to attend.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much, Laverne. Let's go, Kelly, Andrew, and I'll read Lou's. Thank you, Lou.
Sorry, I'm on my phone. I'm just learning it again. Yes, I'm Kelly, and I'm currently recovering from disease to please. And my reoccurring MI card is spine. So 100% when I support myself and trust myself, then I am pleasing myself, because it comes so naturally and I can feel it like in the core of myself, like core happiness. When I please others, it doesn't seem to come from that joy when it's not giving from the heart. It's just the pleasing, making everyone happy for it's almost no reason. So yes, I'm on my journey to recovery.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And thank you, my darling. Thank you. And thank you for those that are reading their medical and tutor cards. That's gorgeous as well. Let's go to Andrew.
Good morning, everyone. For me, when I start to people please, it means I'm not very clear on my vision or my goals, and then I seem to then feel like someone else has a goal that's worthy, or oh, that sounds interesting, because I'm not clear on my own, and then I people please. That's when that's what I've noticed. I've fallen into the people pleasing trap. Thanks for that.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Andrew. Let's go to Monique and then I'll read out Lou's.
Yeah, morning everyone. Yeah, thank you, Jean. Yes, I've definitely suffered from that as well. And actually struggled yesterday because you made an offer in a group, and I really struggled with it because the time clashes with a commitment I've made to go to the gym. And I thought, no, I actually need to actually keep that commitment to me, even if it means missing out on something else. So I'm learning. So thank you very much.
Perfect. Beautiful, beautiful. And Lou has written, not my monkeys, not my circus has become my catchphrase, which I love that saying. I'm still not quite sure what it means, and sometimes I get mixed up with meanings. But I am aware that it's like not for me to get involved with. And I like the saying, stay in my own lane as well. Because if I'm just driving in my lane, my focus is, like Andrew said, on the goals that I want. Like Monique said, she wants to go to the gym, not the offer. It's like, stay here, stay here. So that disease to please is a really bad disease, really bad. It's a 3D paradigm disease that we have, located also in sacral chakra, because sacral chakra is about the community, and you've got to fit in with the community, and it's been there for eons of years. You must fit in with the tribe, whoever the tribe is. But sometimes it's about dare to be different, the thymus gland, dare to be different, because sometimes we don't need to fit in. And pleasing others is a duality. I love to please others in my business. That's part of my mission statement. How do I create value for other people? But if I'm doing it to the detriment that I'm not pleasing me as well, so such as sometimes when people say, Jean, can you teach? No, because if I go and teach it, my heart isn't in it. Like, I don't teach how to write on Facebook or technology or whatever. It's not my heart at all. And so that pleasing actually creates a beautiful vibration in our body, as I mentioned, and that's the healing. If we feel pleased and satisfied and delicious, our cells are going to vibrate in the most beautiful love. And that is the most important thing. So beware of the disease, really, really, really bad contagious disease. And as Sonia said, sometimes it's like that emotion of guilt will come out, which is like, oh, that really doesn't do anything for us. It's doing something to us, but not for us. So be aware of other people trying to inflict, to stay in that thing of you please them, not my monkeys, not my circus, stay in my own lane, or please you, be the example of what's possible. So notice other people that have that bad disease too. I had a bad disease known as disease to please. So thank you so, so much, Super Souls, for this morning. Have a practice of this week and for the rest of your life if you want to. And I look forward to seeing you very, very soon. Bye.